next, oh God, I can't talk. Hello interwebs and welcome back. I'm Shana and this is my life and stories and opinions and whatever else I feel like. For those of you who are not here for my Harry Potter Wizards Unite content, I'm sorry for these back-to-back Harry Potter videos. I know I have my Community Day one uploading right now, and today we are going to be talking about the changes in the Portkeys as well as the second part of the Lost Love Brilliant event. I'm sorry again if you're not here for that. Please keep an eye out. There will be lots of other videos on the way, but today that's what we are talking about. If you stick around to the end of the video, I will be sharing some of my gameplay from the first half of the Brilliant event. Please bear with me as well. I did have a tooth removed yesterday, a wisdom tooth, so my mouth is very sore and a little swollen. And then today was Community Day, obviously, and that video should already be up by now. And so we are home. We're going to talk about everything. Let's pop up the Orange Wizards graphics. And of course, as always, if you don't know who Orange Wizard is, go check Orange Wizard out on Instagram and on Twitter. Their content is awesome. They make phenomenal graphics for Wizards Unite and also for Pokemon, which is really cool. So yeah, let's quickly talk about the changes in the Portkeys. So they changed what the rewards were or are for the Portkeys for all of them, the 2 kilometer, the 5 kilometer, and for the 10 kilometer. I'm going to pop each of them up right now for you. Here's the 2, here's the 5, and here's the 10. And personally, I don't have a big opinion on that. I think whatever they want to do for the rewards there is awesome. However, one of my fellow Wizards Unite fans had a suggestion that if Niantic, if you happen to watch this, I don't know if you will, my friend suggested, and I think it's a great idea, to, hold on, let me find the tweet, remove the werewolves from the 10Ks and instead replace them with young Harry Potter. And as you can see in the comments, since young Harry Potter is already in the 10 kilometer, she recommended Tom Riddle instead. And that's from my friend Steph, who I think most people know because she's pretty awesome in the Wizards community, very active, especially on like Twitter and even Instagram. So yeah, that's her suggestion. I think that's a great idea. Aside from that, I don't really have a lot of opinions on the Portkeys, but if you do, let me know what those are in the comments below. Let's talk about it and let's, share our opinions with each other. Now let's talk about the Lost Love Part 2 Brilliant event. So our Brilliant event is going to be going from February 25th through March 3rd, 2020, which means that here in Japan, it's going to be February 26th through March 4th, 2020. So we are going to have the 3 kilometer Portkeys like normal, as well as potion boosts after placing the Brilliant images, which is very similar to the Part 1 of the event. For Part 2, we're going to be getting Severus Snape, and he is going to be coming from a map encounter. We're going to be getting the Mare of Erised, which is also a map encounter, the Vase of Lilies, which is from the 3 kilometer Portkeys, Snape's Cauldron, which is from the event tasks, Infusion of Wormwood, which is from the event tasks, and the Photography of Lily and Severus, which comes from the fortresses. Once we place Severus, we're going to have an increase on our healing potions, so they will increase from 35% to 50%. Once we place the Vase of Lilies, we'll have an increase on our Barufio's Brain Elixir from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And then for the Photograph of Lily and Severus, we're going to have an increase on our spell casts for the Extimulo potion. So that is pretty awesome. Here are the ingredients that you are going to need for the potent Extimulo as well as the healing potion, because we're going to need those for our event tasks. And you're going to want them obviously with the increases that are happening. So for event tasks, we're looking at part 1 of 4, picking up 2 potent extimulo ingredients, brewing 2 potent extimulo potions, and then returning 3 brilliant Mirror of Erised foundables. So that should go by pretty quickly, especially if you already go ahead and pop in those extimulo potions before the event actually starts, and then you can go ahead and grab them once they're brewed and hovering over the cauldron when the event officially starts. For part 2 of 4, we have to use the potent extimulo potion 2 times, pick up 3 healing potion ingredients, and then unlock the 3 Portkey portmanteaus. So using those 2 potent potions, you should definitely have them because you should always have potent potions, but even if you don't, you're gonna have to brew them for the first part, so you should definitely have them. And then as far as the 3 Portkey portmanteaus, as always, that means they actually have to be unlocked during this part of the event, not just unlocked before and then you go into them. So if you can time it out right to where once you get to this part, you'll be able to pop those Portkeys and get through with it, then part 2 should go by pretty quickly. If not, part 2 might take a little bit, especially if you're not somebody who has a lot of time to go out walking or wandering. For part 3 of 4, we have to brew 4 healing potions, use a healing potion 6 times in challenges, and then return 7 brilliant Severus Snape foundables. So brewing 4 healing potions, just like with part 1 of 4, once you have already brewed those 2 potent extimulo potions, I would go ahead and pop in the healing potions, so that way once you get to part 3 of 4, those will be hovering over the cauldron for you. You can just tap on them, collect them, and go ahead and knock that out. Using the healing potions and challenges, you're going to be wanting to do challenges anyway, so that way you can get the foundable. So go ahead, go into a higher level chamber, that way you have a reason to use those healing potions, you can get the extra XP, and you're more guaranteed to get the fragments that you are looking for. Also, I do recommend, if you are going into the fortresses, go through your gifts and delete ones that are not as useful. For example, just your regular spell gifts or your regular ingredient gifts, because if you can get the gifts from I'm sorry, my brain is not working very well. If you can get the gifts from the fortresses and they can end up being sponsored or special in some way, they're going to be more valuable and give your friends more experience as well as more of the runestones than if you just give them a regular spell energy gift. I actually never send just the regular spell energy gifts unless they're from a really cool location for people. Otherwise, I normally just send anything that's sponsored or above, or ingredients that are particular to a specific potion. I do also send regular runestone gifts because I do find those useful, and I can't always get sponsored or essentials, but that would be the only regular that I send. Moving on to part 4 of 4, we have to use the Barufio's Brain Elixir 2 times, defeat 10 foes in wizarding challenges, and then use 5 brilliant runestones in challenges. So again, you're going to be doing those challenges. That should be pretty easy to finish and knock out. You want to use the brilliant runestones because you want to get those fragments again. So should be pretty easy. And then using the Barufio's Brain Elixir 2 times, that will also be pretty easy to do because you want to be using your Brain Elixir, particularly if you know you're going to be out walking, if you're going to be playing for a while, if you're going to be doing a few fortresses, and especially if you are having a little bit of time, and during that little bit of time you are opening and sending gifts, because you do get to double the experience on that, so you might as well be taking advantage of it. And if you have the extended time on the Barufio's Brain Elixir, why not take advantage of it? But that is just my opinion. Finally, when we finish part 4, we have a bonus assignment. For the bonus assignment, we have to unlock 10 Portkey portmanteaus, return 30 brilliant foundables, brew 12 potions, and then use 15 potions. So once again, what I would go ahead and do is, after you finish that Lost Love part 2 and you're moving in Lost Love Part 2, 3 of 4, and you're moving into Lost Love Part 3, 4 of 4, get you some potions brewing. Do not collect them. Wait until you get to the bonus event, then collect them. That way, not bonus event tasks, then collect them. That way you can start working toward brewing those 12 potions, and make sure you have your Portkeys ready and your keys in the lock, because that's 10 Portkey portmanteaus that you gotta open, and that is going to take a little bit. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the upcoming event. Sorry if I'm a little bit out of it. Like I said, I did have a tooth removed. I have had a long day. Doing my best. I'm doing my absolute best, guys. Next, oh God, I can't talk. Next, let's go ahead and move into my gameplay from the first part of the Lost Love Brilliant event.
Ah, there you are. I've got an urgent matter that requires your attention. It seems the Calamity has taken an interest in me. It's manifesting artifacts of a personal and private nature. I would appreciate if you would pursue this matter with your usual diligence. A mission from Professor McGonagall and a chance to learn more about her? I want in! Professor McGonagall is so private, it's easy to forget that she even had a life outside of Hogwarts. It would be fascinating to learn more about her. Does she have hobbies? Lost loves? And with that, of course, first things first, we need to come over and we need to collect our complimentary gift. I always grab this first thing. I know some people like to wait, but I like to grab it first thing. That way I do not forget and I do not miss out on that opportunity. Next, let's take a look at our event tasks. First, we have to collect strongest Stimula potion ingredients 2 times on the map, dine at inns 3 times, and return 5 brilliant self-playing heart foundables. We were very quickly able to collect task 1 out of 4, so let's collect. And clearly I was having some trouble with the internet, but it's fine. This happens. I ended up having to restart the app, pull it back up. We're all good. So collect, and then part 2 of 4, we had to use the strongest Stimula potion 3 times, collect taunt for taste checked ingredients on the map 2 times, and then return 5 high foundables. Let's place some foundables. Wow, Professor, I didn't know that you play the harp. Where did you learn? It's an enchanted harp, Miss Pickering. It plays itself. I'm slightly peeved because it was somewhere between this point and then placing the Minerva McGonagall foundable that my screen recording messed up, and I didn't get the conversation saved about McGonagall and Professor Dougal McGregor, which was actually really adorable and really cute, but it is what it is, and I'm sorry we're missing that, guys. I never had Professor McGonagall as a teacher. She was already headmistress by the time I was at Hogwarts. I bet she was brilliant. She probably was. Now it's time to collect part 2 of 4. Let's collect, and collect, and collect one more time. Go, 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 go. And for part 3 of 4, we have to use tonic for trace detection 2 times, collect Barufio's brain elixir ingredients 3 times on the map, and then return 7 brilliant Minerva McGonagall foundables. Oh, and would you look at that, guys? Another foundable to place. Let's get it. Oh, is this Hornbill a pet, Professor? I used him as a teaching aid, Miss Pickering. He was a good bird, but I've always been more partial to cats. And it's time once again to collect some tasks and move on to part 4 of 4. So we have to use the Barufio's brain elixir 2 times, walk 3 kilometers, and obtain 5 Portkeys by unlocking Portkey portmanteaus. Portkey exploration time! Let's take a look around. It's foundable placing time. Oh, in all the time I was at school, no one heard McGonagall say much about the Second Wizarding War, but I've read everything I could on it, and she was a right hero. Yes, she was. And then it's time to collect part 4 and move on to the bonus task. Let's collect, and then we get the notification that we completed the event, and then we have to go through the pages, and oops, I clicked on the wrong thing, but that's okay. For the bonus task, we had to return 15 high foundables, return 30 brilliant event lost love foundables, brew 12 potion, and use 15 potions. With that, another foundable to place. Let's do it. McGonagall has dedicated her whole life to Hogwarts, first as a teacher, then as a headmistress. That kind of commitment always requires sacrifice. I wonder what she gave up. Well, it appears the Calamity has stopped prying into my life. I trust that your thirst for knowledge about my personal affairs was quenched, Miss Pickering. Actually, Professor, now that you mention it, I have so many questions. You have a keen and inquisitive mind, Miss Pickering, but you need to learn that you don't have the right to every answer just because you ask. Honestly, I probably need to still learn that too. But I will tell you this much. Dougal McGregor was very dear to me. Poor McGonagall. Collecting our bonus event tasks. Ta-da!
And that pretty much wraps it up for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you don't know what to comment down below, leave a lightning bolt emoji for Harry Potter. Not only does that help out my channel a lot, but it lets me know that you're here. It gives us a chance to chat. And of course, I just love to see your faces down there. If you want another way to help out my channel, down below there are links to my website, my merch store, and my Patreon. There is zero obligation to check any of those out, but if you want to, you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Oh, hello there. Yes, this is me casually drinking from my Ginky AF merch because I don't have any bloopers to share. But if you like my cup or my shirt or some leggings or some socks, there's links in the description below. Be Ginky and enjoy your coffee or tea or water or whatever else you like to drink from mugs.